Body bags where horror lies.
Welcome back to Body Bags. This is week number 462. This is a theme week, and the theme is Troma Volume 2. This week I picked Hectic Knife. Hectic Knife is a 2016 film which runs approximately 82 minutes and is written and directed by Greg DeLiso. Now, he was responsible for a couple of documentaries, a bunch of shorts, and some TV. Now, this stars Michelle Pollock as damsel in distress. She had nothing to her credit. Jesse Wozenak as the junkie. He had nothing to his credit. And finally, Peter Litvin as Hectic Knife. He was in some shorts and a couple of music videos. Now, this had a budget of $15,000, and all stop-motion animation was done by the director in his parents' basement. That's low budget. Okay, now I've seen this one before. This movie is definitely not going to be for everyone. This has a very, very simple plot. You have Hectic Knife, who is a vigilante who prowls the streets in the day and in the night with two knives on him, and he takes out junkies and bad guys, thieves, robbers, rapists, you name it, he takes them out. And he is pursued by the ultimate baddie, who is I can't remember his name. And I've watched this twice. Isn't that crazy? I can't remember the guy's name, but he's pursued by this evil doctor and his sidekick, who is a very attractive woman. And they are trying to put an end to Hectic Knife. This movie is absolutely ridiculous. It's bonkers, but it's also hysterically funny and a lot of fun. It's a spoof on vigilante movies. It's a spoof on revenge movies. And it just doesn't care, which is probably why it was put out by Troma. It just gives absolutely... It just doesn't care. It goes places you don't think it's going to go. It stays there way too long sometimes. The joke kind of falls flat and it keeps going. But in a way, when that happens, it starts to become funny because you're like, are these people actually still doing this joke? It's one of those movies that you have to see in order to get. And like I said, this is not going to be for everyone. I would say 9 out of 10 people probably wouldn't like this film. I had an absolute ball with it, and this actually has a story. My friend, Dave Maggot, who did a film called Groundhog, was doing the festivals, the Monster Mania, all those horror movie festivals where he was peddling his film, signing it, and, so on and so forth. Well, apparently in the stand next to him or down the row from him were the guys that were doing Hectic Knife. And he actually got me a DVD copy of it. This is the Blu-ray here, which also came from him, oddly enough. But he got me the DVD copy, and I do believe it was signed, if I'm not mistaken. So I took it home, watched it, didn't know what I was in for, and ended up having... It's just a blast. It's one of those movies where you sit down with a group of people, pop a few beers, pop some popcorn, and just have a good time. That's what this movie's about. There's a 10-minute monologue on bagels. You'd have to see it to understand. It's just funny. It's absurd. Definitely one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen in my life. But for some reason, I had a lot of fun with it. I really did. Give this one a shot. I don't know if I'd say necessarily go out and buy it, but if it's on a streaming service, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on Troma now. Definitely give it a watch. I'd definitely be curious on your thoughts. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.